How does commitment prepare your child for an Ivy League school?
I have a son at Stanford and a daughter at Harvard.
Today we'll share with you how we did it.
I'm Alema.
And I'm G. And this is Manuia Life. Sports has taught us a lot, and so we're going to continue today and expand on commitment.
One of my experiences I wanted to share was when I was working at the University of Utah football team, Go Utes, and had a great time and a great experience. And one of the things that we kind of had up on our walls, if you're not all in, you're in the way. What I loved about University of Utah was that we were definitely in the spirit of the work. We talked football, we looked at football, we analyzed and watched, we eat, sleep, and drink football. We did, and it's because we were in the spirit of it. Because we had that attitude, not that we had an imbalance, we just really were
passionate
and in the spirit of the work that needed to be done. And it no longer became work. It was a lot of fun to be around like-minded people who were striving for a goal.
They did relish in that grind of, being better, doing better, finding out ways to just move the work forward. And so I was really grateful for that opportunity that he had there.
You're in a work that you believe in, a work that inspires you, a work that you feel like you have a purpose in. It no longer becomes work. And blessed is the man that finds work like that, because when you go into work each day, it's not work. We really couldn't believe that they were actually paying us to do this work.
Well, you definitely need to get paid
Yes.
for the hours that you're putting in.
I'm not saying don't get paid.
I think it was a breath of fresh air for him to actually be in a line of work that was his passion, having grown up playing football. There's something about being around kids at that stage of their life. There's an energy, there's a vitality, there's a hope for their future. It's wonderful to be a part of that. I totally get it. It doesn't feel like work. I mean, the day just goes and you're just like, wait a second, I didn't get everything done that I needed to. But
And being in a university, like-minded
Definitely.
kids, very motivated. You give them a little bit and they can't wait to do what you ask them to do. Very motivated, very focused. They see their future, they know what they're going towards, and they set their goals and they're going for it.
it was an opportunity of a lifetime that set the stage for our kids knowing how to work. But what that instilled in our kids was Dad wasn't afraid to work. There wasn't anything that he wouldn't do once he decided that this was the route he was going to go. Our kids really took that commitment to heart, being able to relish in the work that is required of you when you set a goal. So I really appreciated Alema setting that example and enabling our kids to know how to build a strong work ethic.
Relish the grind. It's almost like a celebration. That you're in the work you're doing, you're enjoying it, you're going about all the tasks, motivated to solve problems, to get things done.
That takes a certain spirit, like Alema says, the spirit of the work. You're not like looking at the alarm clock and praying that you can sleep another 10 minutes, right? You're actually up before the alarm clock. You're ready to go. You're prepared. You're ready to jump on that train. You own that day at pace. So I just love that word relish, because this is you. This is all about what you want.
Yeah, when I brought it home and I introduced it at family council as to one of those values that we have in the home, I wanted it to translate to, yes, the kids learning how to have a work ethic. That was important. But there's something about going a step further and then being in the spirit of the work. That means knowing well the goal that you're trying to achieve, and almost like you're envisioning yourself already accomplishing your goal as you're working.
I agree, Alema. There's a saying that I remember. It goes something like, if you really want something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse.
Yep.
And someone that relishes in the grind has no reason to even think of an excuse, because they're so focused, right, on their goal, that to think of an excuse would be getting in their way of their goal, right?
They don't think of it because it doesn't head towards their goal, and they're looking for that feeling. So goals is almost like you're chasing a feeling, feeling of having arrived there, a feeling of already achieved it. And so when you're chasing that type of feeling, and you're not doing the steps towards it, it takes you away from that feeling. It almost hurts you that you took the wrong step, and you became distracted. It gives you that focus. Every step becomes a meaningful step, and you're pursuing it like crazy because you know where it's going to get you.
I love that, chasing a feeling. I mean, when you think about that, if you're playing a sport, you can imagine yourself making the touchdown, making that winning shot for the game, swimming and beating your opponent. I mean, you're right there. You're already there. And so the spirit of it is that feeling of elation, of accomplishing your goal. And so I appreciate you talking about that. When I think about our kids and trying to motivate them, right? And it's like, oh, I have to go to practice. Oh, I have to get my, shoes and clothes ready. Oh, I have to. And it's like, do you really want to do this? Like, what is wrong with you, right? You don't have to do anything. The thing is, you get to do it. If this is really what you want, you are grateful for the opportunity that this is something you get to do. Not everyone gets to play sports, but when you're in the spirit of it, you appreciate it. You show a lot of gratitude by owning your commitment.
You're letting your spirit and your enthusiasm and whatever goal you've set in your mind, you're setting that in place first. Set that goal in your mind first, envision it before you actually go about and start placing time and resources together to make it work. If you're just thinking about the mechanics or just the physical things you have to do, that doesn't carry you to the end.
That's not it.
And a lot of kids go about doing tasks, and which are great, but you don't do that until you set the goal in your mind first. And you envision that goal. So it's first in your mind before you think about the physical and putting things together to achieve the goal that you've set in your mind.
Really, you're wasting your time. If you're not finding that that's what you want to do, the commitment is never going to be there.
Going about it the other way never carries you through, because you'll find all kinds of ways to quit.
And excuses. One thing that you can do with your family is sit down and have them create a vision board. When you're talking about the spirit of it and catching that feeling, it's them seeing things happen and them picturing what does success or what does achieving their goal look like, right?
I remember being a very young freshman at BYU. But one of my practices that I had, even back when I was in Samoa, was that on my mirror, I always pasted up on my mirror my list of goals. And that was my vision board. I would look at my goals on a daily basis. Every time I had to comb my hair or get ready to go somewhere.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, I had more hair then. And so I would look at my goals on a daily basis, which drove all my actions and decisions during the day.
Absolutely.
And so if I saw that on a daily basis, it reminded me, okay, what was important to me.
You have to have your child figure out what matters to them before they can commit to that. And I think once they catch that spirit, catch that feeling, it's just clockwork, right? From there.
If you like what you see, please hit subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.
Manuia.